and welcome to this episode of The Dish with Danielle. I'm your host, State Representative Danielle Gregoire, and today we are at the Marlborough Community Cupboard with Director Barbara Grenade and Mayor Christian Dumas. And we're here to talk a little bit about what the Community Cupboard does for the families in Marlborough and how you at home can help out this holiday season. So thanks for being with me today, both of you. I really appreciate it. Barbara, for the folks at home, can you tell them a little bit about what the Community Cupboard does, some of the different programs? I know that the food pantry is really the mainstay of the Community Cupboard, and that's an all year round program.
Yes.
But obviously we're gearing up for the holidays here.
Yes, we are.
With all the toys behind us. So just talk a little bit about maybe the food pantry first, how many families you're serving and what the greatest need is so the folks at home can help out.
Okay, so I would like to thank all the community leaders here in Marlborough, because without them, we wouldn't have had an amazing Feed a Family distribution here last week for turkey distribution. Everybody came together. The donors were absolutely amazing. If it wasn't for the donors, we wouldn't have been able to pull this all together. So thank you, the DPW and the police department, Chief Giorgio, and everybody else that was involved. As for the food pantry, so we all know that there was a shutdown, okay, with the government. And in October,
with the federal government, we just want to be clear.
Oh, yes, sorry.
We just want to be clear.
Yes, with the federal government. So everybody panicked, and you know, I can see why. You know, the employees that weren't getting any paychecks, and then all of a sudden SNAP got hit. You know, right. So before the resolution of the SNAP applicants, you know, getting their funds restored, they panicked because it was natural. And we here at the Community Cupboard in the month of October, when all this came about, we served 987 families that month. And
that's an uptick from what your typical is?
Yeah.
What's the typical
We
month?
average about 850 families a month. So we ended up closing the month at 987.
Okay.
And that was 219 new families to the food pantry. Wow. It was just overwhelming. Oh, sure. You know, it really was overwhelming. But the community came together between the donations that came in, and everybody was doing food drives for us. You know, we got through that. But let it be known that these new people that came through, not all of them really, you know, were food stamps. There was about 50 of them that are families that haven't been to the food pantry in like 5 years plus, that all of a sudden found themselves, you know, the government wasn't giving out any money, and they like, what are we going to do for our families? So it hit hard in the city.
So you talked a little bit about some of the groups that came through for you. Like I know the Marlborough Dems have their quarterly food drive. Yes. As we just talked about, I just came from the library this morning and I saw that they're having a food drive. Yes. You talked about the police department and the DPW. Right. What are some of the other groups that came through big for you, civic groups, or like I know that BJ's with their corporate headquarters here participates in some of the food programming, as do some of our other corporate folks. So we want to make sure that people that helped out get their proper shout out. So do you have some of the groups off the top of your head, whether it's like the Rotary Club, the Lions Club, the Junior Women's Club, like any of those groups, or is it just kind of everybody?
It was everybody.
That's great.
It was absolutely everybody, you know. Oh gosh, I don't want to call out any particular names because the list is this long.
Gotcha.
You know, and I don't want to.
You'll miss quite a few.
I know, and I don't want to do that because it was amazing.
Okay.
But what an incredible problem to have where you can't list the people because there's so many.
There's so many that came forward, exactly. And, you know, everybody down in the food pantry is like, oh my God, this felt like COVID, the beginning of COVID again. You know, because of the heavy flow of the clients coming in. And even back then, again, totally amazing. With the community all coming together at one time.
So you briefly mentioned the turkey distribution for Thanksgiving. What's coming up for the winter holidays?
Winter holidays. Well, look behind us here. We have our Hope for the Holiday program, which is a United Way of Tri-County program. that I manage out of here in Marlborough. But what you're seeing right here behind us, these are only a few of the 700 plus gifts that are going to the local community. The families that have registered here with the community cupboard registered all their family children. And this just came in yesterday. This was came from actually TJX.
That's
so
great.
It's a combination of the TJX out in Framingham and our local TJX here in town. So that this arrived, but like I said, this is only 200 of 700.
Wow.
That is still to come. Yeah.
That's great.
Wow. So how can the community help us going forward? Everybody thinks of
This is the part everybody should really pay attention to. This is what Barbara needs you to do right now.
When the holidays come, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and everybody comes forward, because they feel very festive within their families. But then after that, everything slides off, So the beginning of the year, we're trying to get the food, people to do food drives to come in, and the donors, they calm down a little bit because the holiday has gone by. So usually in the springtime, between January and April, we can really use assistance with either a donation, monetary donation, or a food drive, a local food drive. Monetary donations are very important to us. I know some people, they don't like to, put money up front because they don't know where their money goes.
Right.
And I understand, but we can get almost $4 for every dollar that's donated. Because we buy it
you buy in bulk.
We buy in bulk through the warehouse. Although the food drives are just as important as the monetary donations.
Is there a place people can go to find a list of what you're in need of on a regular basis? I know sometimes I see something put out through the Facebook page, and I know the mayor and the city usually try to share it, as do I.
Right.
But is there a place where people can go to find out what you're in need of? I know sometimes it's feminine hygiene products, and sometimes it's formula, and then sometimes you have an overflow of those things because people try to come to the forefront.
Right.
So it's a constantly changing thing.
It is.
So how can people keep abreast of what the greatest need is?
I answer every phone call that comes through.
I just saw you doing it downstairs.
Because it does change that often. It really, really does. So on the website, on the United Way of Tri-County website, there's a page for the Marlborough Community Cupboard. And we have a list on there, a little blob on the top that tells you what our needs are on a regular basis. But it changes from week to week. So I have no problem somebody calling me, a local company or a church.
Or somebody that has a food drive coming up.
Yeah. Call me and just let me know that this is what you got, and I can send you a list. Like we have a gentleman that comes in every Wednesday night, and he delivers anywhere from 20 to 30 chickens, cooked chickens, that he picks up at Costco every Wednesday night. But that morning he reaches out and he's like, what else do you need? Whether it be diapers or personal hygiene or, we had mac and cheese recently on that, snacks, So, I have no problem answering the phone and saying, this is great, And we also have, and via the website of United Way of Tri-County, we also have a fundraising page that you can create within your company, that you can do a fundraiser within for those individuals that, don't have the time to go out and do some shopping. So that is also available.
So one of the things I also wanted to touch on was, while I heard you answer one of those phone calls downstairs while we were waiting, I heard you talk about Raft. And so you're not just providing people with food and gifts at the holidays, you're also providing connection to sort of a wraparound services.
Yes.
And I saw some folks coming in to get some clothes and shoes out of the closet that you have down there. So can you talk about a little bit about some of the other services that you offer here at the cupboard?
Oh, absolutely. For that small little space that we have downstairs. I made a list of them this morning.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So from our office, which is in room 113 here in the Walker Building, we also do fuel assistance. We help.
Which we know it's going to be a tough winter with that too.
Tough winter, yes.
With another potential government shutdown looming in January.
Yeah. So we can do the full application here. with Nilsa Roman, who is the Human Services Director in our office. We also have Cecilia, who can process RAFT applications. So that's for rental assistance. She can do that right here. I do all the SNAP applications for the community, whether it be a new application or recertification, or you got a problem and you need help. They can call me. And then let's see. Okay, I got to go through my notes here. But also, all right, on Mondays, and this is every Monday and Friday, we have Metro West Care Connections that comes in between the hours of 9:30 and 11:30. The first Wednesday of every month, we have National Grid that comes in to help the clients with either with their bill. Usually they help them try to manage the bill before they get too far behind, and so they can make payments on that. And then the second, third, and fourth Wednesday of the month, we have Health Connectors that comes in as well. And then for those that are unaware, we have the Ronald McDonald Caremobile.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of that. I think you have. So the Caremobile actually comes one Wednesday out of every month. They park their AV up at the hospital up the street, and they help anybody that doesn't have health insurance or dental insurance. You can go in. It's a free clinic for health and dental.
Wow.
You have to call in advance and make an appointment, but they will take you in for that. And again, it's people that don't have health insurance.
He's also Gus the Bus.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes,
talk a little bit about how you rely on Barbara and all of her support staff here for when you get a call from a constituent who's having a hard time.
So we have the Mayor's Charity Fund. So if things are in a little bit of a need, we have them go through Barbara's office to fill out the proper identification and through the process.
Go through the intake,
to go through the intake process, and then they'll kick it to my office. And
What
then
are
we
some
can
examples
utilize.
of some things that
So
that can help with?
We've helped with emergency with electricity, with gas. If there's a fire that should have happened to put up the fence. So it's really at my discretion. So, but they have to go through this office first, to, so we don't just write the check out. So there is an intake process just to go through. And then we're happy to help any way that we can. It's really great to see the community come together where we can all work together for this. And it's just one of the great benefits that the city has to use that discretionary funds based upon the Mayor's Charity Ball. So we can keep people feel at ease to have that extra added security.
Right. And we also forgot about, oh my gosh, we can't forget about that, Jennifer Michaels.
Yep.
She's our social
Services.
worker, and she helps all the homeless out there with as much as she can, we do realize that there is a population out there that we're, trying to get shelter.
Right.
But in the meantime, she's there to help them with maybe health needs, dental needs, then she connects up with us with the Ronald McDonald Caremobile.
And advocates and SMOC.
Right, advocates and SMOCs. And some people come in and they need an ID, and she'll help them through the process of trying to, get a new ID or renewal.
Right. But we also have an impact team with the city that meets monthly with the police, fire, code enforcement, Jennifer, my office. We all sit in and discuss issues such as homeless or people that are on that brink, and how can we monitor them, watch them, really kind of be a second pair of eyes to see how well they're doing, kind of check in on them. And she does a fantastic job with that. So even when I came into office, there was a lot of homeless individuals on Main Street and things like that. We did an incredible amount of outreach to them. The police chief did, Jennifer did, advocates came out, talking to them, meeting them, just anything that they needed, and whether they take that advantage or not, it's a whole nother conversation, but we are here for that. And we do a lot of advocacy behind the scenes with that.
We do.
And I want to make sure people are aware of that. And, we see it. We obviously are aware of it. There's a lot of great services out there, but they need to want it and take advantage of that. But we'll still be out there. We'll still keep trying. That's what we're dedicated to serve.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of
right. We have care packages for them. We have extra socks downstairs and blankets, to keep them warm.
Great.
And then we also have our the food that they need, you know,
Sure.
when they don't have a stove or refrigerator, you know. So
Right.
we have packages of that downstairs in the food pantry. So we take care of them as well.
All right. Well, I want to thank you both. We're kind of wrapping up this segment. In another segment, we're going to take you down to the food pantry and show you the operation there. Myself and Senator Eldridge have been fortunate in advocating for some investment in the food pantry. So we've been able to get you with some new refrigeration equipment over the years and
Yes,
some other
thank
things.
you.
And the scale and size of the operation that you are all running downstairs, just the food alone. Forget all of the ancillary things, which is hard to do.
Right.
But it's truly impressive, and it's making a difference in the lives of so many people right here in the city of Marlborough. So I want to thank you for what you do. Mr. Mayor, thank you for your support of what they do here.
It's a team, right?
And
It is.
It's a team.
so Barbara's going to take you on a tour at some point of the food pantry, and you'll be able to see what all goes on down there. Always pick up the phone and call. We'll have the contact information for the community cupboard on the bottom of the screen. Probably the contact information for the mayor's office too, if he agrees to that, and my
Anytime.
contact information
Always
as
available.
well. So we're always just trying to make sure that the folks out there who need help can get it, and the folks out there who want to help know what they can do to help. So we'll be right back after a short break. Stay tuned for more of this episode of The Dish with Danielle.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody, to this episode of The Dish with Danielle. I am still your host, State Representative Danielle Gregoire, and I am with Barbara LaGrenade from the Marlborough Community Cupboard, and we are in the Community Cupboard now. We just wanted to give you a quick tour, kind of show you what the cupboard is all about, show you some of how they store some of their product. And Barbara and I were going to talk about the refrigerators and freezers that they have here that are relatively new. Senator Eldridge and I did some work a few years ago to help get a state grant, and we were able to help out with the purchase of these so that you can store frozen.
Yeah, so this all started during COVID. Our food pantry wasn't quite this large, but because of the number of clients that we had coming in during that time, we needed an expansion. And between yourself and Senator Eldridge, you earmarked $100,000 for us to upgrade and update our freezer and refrigerator situation. So behind you here is a row of freezers and a refrigerator. And as we do the tour and go forward, you're going to see additional equipment that was purchased under this particular grant.
Can we take a look inside one just so Mike can get an idea of what's going on here, and the viewers at home can get an idea? Here you go. So it's very organized and ready for the folks who come to put the parcels together for the folks who are using the food pantry.
Yeah, absolutely,
So, all right.
absolutely. And we expanded our capacity with freezers and refrigerators about 45%.
Wow, that's amazing.
From what we had before.
That's great. I'm happy to hear it.
Yeah.
And given the issues that we're facing with both, the economy the way that it is, the food prices the way that they are, the shutdown, the issues with SNAP, obviously this extra capacity has come in handy for you because you're seeing more families than ever, like we talked about earlier.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
And in this particular room, behind me, this is what we call our dry storage, where we pack. We have 2 bags that you're going to see further along in the video, but this is a dry storage where all the dry products go in one bag.
And now the mayor is going to know where you have the stockpile of the stovetop. So, because we're going to talk about later how the stovetop is the mayor's favorite.
Yes.
He doesn't want that fancy one. He just wants his stovetop.
Yeah,
we'll have to ask him whether he prefers the
wants.
chicken or the turkey, if he has a preference, or just whatever his mom makes for him. I'm sure it's going to be his answer, having known him and his mom for a long time. And all the snacks for the kids.
Yes,
the kids love these things. You always see kids in the shopping carts sucking on these things.
Yeah. All our healthy snacks.
Oh, those are healthy.
Very
I eat
healthy.
those sometimes.
Yes.
They get stuck in my teeth though. All right, so we're gonna move over here. We got a lot of people working today.
Yes. So today is Senior Mobile Market Packing Day.
Okay.
As well
Look
as
at those fresh peppers.
We have a truck that we're going to be unloading here soon.
Maybe we should go in down this end, or do you think we can sneak through here? All right, we'll sneak right through here. Oops, I'm sorry. Hi, how are you?
My fault.
No, you're fine.
So
We're
what we
coming
have
in
here
your way.
again is additional freezers that the gentlemen are They're actually transferring some of the goods from one freezer to another. And this happens every Tuesday and Thursday. What we have here is the bags that are being packed.
Okay.
In the back room, we were with the dry goods. So every family gets, well, depending on the size of the family, they get 2 bags. So if you're a family of 1 to 2, you're going to get 2 bags. One is our dry good bag back there, and the other one is the canned good. And the canned goods are packed downstairs in the basement.
Okay.
Okay. Along with that, they are getting meats from the freezer. They're getting breads that you see across the way. Then underneath here we have dairy products.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And in the back room where we kind of came through rather quickly is our vegetables and our fruits that are over there.
That's great. So you guys are trying to give folks healthy options.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do.
That's outstanding. That's what we want to hear.
And what you see behind us here is a delivery that just came in.
We won't look at the pie. That's not the healthiest option, but people deserve to have pie too.
Exactly. Yeah. So
and we talked a little bit in the earlier segment about what you did for Thanksgiving. So folks are going to get the meals again for the Christmas holiday.
Yes, it's just not
It's
something
just not
that
as big of a splash in the community,
Right.
but it is available to them.
Right.
So we encourage you all at home, again, this is something that's happening every single day of the week here in Marlborough, helping families that need it, whether it's due to new circumstances or existing circumstances. These are our friends and our families and our members of our community. So I encourage you to go to the food pantry's website at Marlborough Community Covered or at the United Way.
It's United Way of Tri-County /MCC, which is the Marlborough Community Covered. On that particular webpage, if you're doing a food drive, up in the right-hand corner of that page will show you a list of items that we're looking for. On that page, if you're unable to go shopping, there's a donation tab, and all you do is click on that tab, and you can make a donation directly to the food pantry here.
And remember, your monetary donations help the food pantry buy 4 times as much food and product as it would if you were go out shopping by yourself, because they buy in bulk. But that list of what you're in need of changes all the time, right?
It does, yes.
And so check back frequently with the food pantry and check in with all the community organizations that are doing food drives. We really appreciate your help this time of year, but it gets especially tough in January and February when people aren't so much thinking about the giving anymore and thinking about the folks that are struggling. So if you have it in your heart to think about doing it in January and February, that's when really the need is the most and the greatest.
Yes,
so
it is.
Thank you for tuning in. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with the mayor for some holiday leftover sandwiches and a few tips and tricks from your girl,
Oh,
DG.
nice.
Thanks a lot. We'll be right back. Welcome back to this episode of The Dish with Danielle. I'm your host, State Representative Danielle Gregoire, and I am still joined by my good friend, Mayor Christian Dumas of the City of Marlborough. And as you can see, we have some of the leftover fixings from a traditional holiday meal here, and the mayor and I are going to assemble our sandwiches and talk about some of the ingredients and maybe talk about some family memories. Okay. And also, want to keep focus on why we're here, which is to remind everyone that it's the holiday season and some of the families here in Marlborough are struggling and we need your help. So we hope that you paid good attention to that first segment so that you know what people are in need of and what you can do to help out at home. So, but for now, all right, we're going to get started, I think. Okay. We're using basic white bread because it's the best kind of bread. And I also
requested that as well.
Oh yeah, probably basic white bread for the mayor along with his stovetop stuffing. So I'm going to let you get started here with the mayonnaise, because then once you're finished, I'm going to add the cranberry sauce to my mayonnaise because,
Right, you're fancy.
I'm not fancy. I just like to mix my flavors together. So I'm going to, I didn't use a fork, so I'm just going to put it right in here.
My bread's ripping.
And add a little pepper, a little salt. While you're doing that, I like it, mayonnaise on both sides. I appreciate that because I do the same way.
Are you not supposed to?
No, I don't know. But the people that don't like mayonnaise?
I don't understand that.
Me neither. I would weigh 95 pounds if I didn't like mayonnaise. I love mayonnaise. I want more mayonnaise. Put it on everything. I'm French Canadian. That's what we do.
Yeah. When
So
I get steak and cheese, I still put mayonnaise on that.
all right,
too.
that seems.
It's
I don't even know if
aggressive.
well, I
It's
use it to
aggressive.
dip my French fries. But
Yep.
while I do that, why don't I pass you the turkey and you can get started with that?
Do you remember getting French fries in high school for like 75 cents, and then I had to get the mayonnaise?
Oh, I brought my lunch to high school. I went through like weird food phases.
Oh, I did too, but like you don't remember people always asking for a
No.
quarter?
No.
That was like a thing, huh? Maybe it was just my class.
Maybe. I don't know. So I'm just mixing a little bit of cranberry sauce in here with my mayonnaise, a little salt and pepper. Gives that little festive touch. And also, in addition to the people that don't like mayonnaise, the people that I don't understand are the people who make the fancy homemade cranberry sauce. We are here in the home of the canned jellied cranberry sauce, right? Manufactured right here in Massachusetts. You're supporting a local business. And don't come at me with your fancy homemade cranberry sauce because I don't want none of it. Look at this. Look at that. Come on. Get out of here. That's delicious.
I'll
Do you
get
want
out.
mustard too?
I'll get out of here.
You're not doing it?
No, I'm not doing that.
You don't want mustard?
No.
Okay. How's it going with the turkey?
I always have to shred it.
That's fine. I know, I kind of left it in big pieces. I'm sorry. So we also have some mashed potatoes over here. So I just want you to make sure you leave enough room for all your fixings. I'm going to roll my sleeves
don't
up.
fret. Don't fret.
Roll my sleeves up. I'm going to shred mine too. You've inspired me. Look at, I'm going to shred this one big piece of breast right onto my sandwich. Yummy. I'm excited. I'm hungry. I didn't eat dinner last night. What did you do for Thanksgiving with your family besides the stovetop? I know that's your go-to.
That's it.
Do you want to do stovetop next?
Sure.
All right.
No, you know, Thanksgiving is something that like my mother always makes sure that we're always home for, like regardless.
Yes.
We're obviously much older, but she requires it. That and Labor Day is the only two
Well,
times.
yeah. You can't miss the Labor Day in the city of Marlborough.
Long before I was
No, I
an
know.
elected official, like you had
They can't
to.
even have the parade without us, I feel like. It would be rude. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Now we got to tell the people at home what my trick was for the stovetop that you did not approve of.
No. Well, I mean,
To make it a little more flavorful, instead of using water like the instructions call for, your girl over here uses chicken stock. That's a pro tip right there. Pro tip from me. You want some mashed potatoes?
Sure. I personally think stovetop's perfect the way it is, so I don't need to.
Do you
doctor
put
it up.
the butter in it? Because it calls for butter too, you know.
Yeah, butter,
okay.
water, done.
Okay. Butter, chicken stock, done.
No.
Agree to disagree. No. Here you go.
No, that's like an extra thing in my cupboard that I don't have.
Chicken stock?
Yeah, I don't cook.
Okay.
I need to do better.
You make soups with it and stuff. No?
Still cooking.
Okay. I'm going to put a little gravy on my sandwich.
Yeah, I don't know. I just work a lot of weird hours late at night.
I know.
so it's
You're very
just-
hard working for the people of Marlborough.
It's not about
We appreciate
that.
it.
It's not where I was going with that, but I appreciate it.
I support it. I made the butternut squash. Would you like that for your sandwich as well?
Yeah,
Or do you want to
sure.
put some on the side maybe?
I'll do that. Squash is my
I
favorite.
cook it with the red onions.
Okay.
It's delicious. I just roast it right in the oven, like 425 for like 45 minutes. Delish. All right,
making a
hold
mess
on.
here.
Did you want any gravy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a little more moisture. This bread is a little dry. I'm a little sad about it. It's not Wonder Bread, but I'm going to cut my sandwich in half.
Yeah, so really the only traditions for family that I have for Thanksgiving is just, again, like the stovetop and then just it's family coming
Just the
together.
fact to be there.
Just
Here, do
to
you
be-
want to cut your sandwich in half?
Thank you. But the beautiful thing is
Oh,
like,
you know what? I got to get forks. Well,
always,
that's all
always
right.
growing up, like we always had people at the table. You know, so if there was someone that didn't have a place to go to or something like that, there was
That's
always
nice.
someone at my,
You know, that's
at
kind
the
of
family
my
table.
same thing with my family.
Yeah.
A little bit now that you mention it.
But it's funny because like my parents never like realized it. Like you
Oh,
know,
shoot. I forgot to put the onions.
as you grow up and become your independent person, you know, like my mom's obviously very proud of the accomplishments that I've had. But she's like, "Who are you? You're like, you know, like you're so kind and so loving." I'm like, "Mom, like that's a testament to you and my father."
Mm-hmm.
Like, so like that moment of like saying, "Mom, we always had someone at the table. Like you're always giving back." You know, like, people who know my father, like they're always doing something behind the scenes. I'm like, you led by an example of
That's
that.
so nice.
You know, so like,
Why didn't I
so
get
to keep-
invited to Thanksgiving?
you don't need an invitation. That's the
Okay,
beautiful
well,
thing. You can
next
come
year I'll
home.
be there.
Okay.
What can I bring?
Yourself.
Okay.
In your positive personality.
Okay. You know, I'll bring some dessert too, just in case the positive
No, but that's
personality
a
gets
beautiful
left
thing.
in.
Even like a Labor Day, you know, like people know just to come. You
Yeah.
know, like and that's the tradition, I guess, so to speak, just about being together.
Yeah.
Christmas isn't a big thing in our house just because it's more about just being together and eating good food. But what is your traditions on Thanksgiving?
So we usually go out. Actually, my parents and I used to travel a lot because it's just the three of us.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get back into that. Kind of COVID fell, kind of the travel thing kind of fell off with COVID. So we've been going out and, you know, but we're food people in my family, which is why I wanted to do this
Right? No, I love
food
it.
show on television.
It's
So
my
I
favorite
put
meal.
I went back and put some of these crispy onions. So we didn't have the green bean casserole because cream of mushroom soup kind of also freaks me out.
Okay.
But I do like the crispy onions and some. It's like the equivalent of putting your salt and vinegar potato chips on your tuna fish sandwich, right? So I put a little crispy onion on my sandwich.
Right.
If you want to dig in, feel free.
in.
I want to say one of the other things that I think most people at home could do with all these leftovers, apparently not you, Mr. Mayor, is a Thanksgiving or a holiday egg roll.
Oh,
You could wrap all these up in little wonton wrappers and throw them in the air fryer. Or
yeah. I do have one of those.
do you?
I do.
What's your favorite thing to cook in it?
It just sits on my counter.
Oh, that's sad.
I have this thing called a smart oven.
I'm gonna get. Oh, do you control it with your phone?
It's a QR code. It's a food service, and it's a QR code. You just scan it, so I utilize.
I'm
that
gonna get you to do a little bit of cooking if it's the last thing I do. All right,
Can we
cheers.
Cheers. Yes, thank you.
Happy
Cheers.
holidays.
Delicious.
It actually is really delicious, even though it's cold. I'm not mad about it.
The cold is like an energy boost because, like, ooh, there it is, cold.
Okay.
I'm not a big dessert person, so this would be my dessert. Like I fry up the thing.
I get
fry
that.
up a sandwich afterwards and just.
I'm also not a giant dessert person, and I always
Really?
say if you gave me a bag of potato chips, I'd be more likely to eat that, which we also had, but we forgot to put out.
Yeah.
We produced on the fly here today of the dish with Danielle, but we just wanted to invite you in to see a little bit about the mayor's traditions and what the mayor's doing for the community and what the community cupboard is doing for the community. So thank you for joining us for this episode of The Dish with Danielle. From our families to yours,
Absolutely.
we wish all of you the happiest of holiday season, and we look forward to catching up with you at the beginning of next year. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and have a safe and happy holiday.
Happy holidays.